when you come to bandwidth monitoring, you need to remember that this is part of traffic monitoring. So what volumes of data are sent across your network between various devices, various sites, and why it is being used. So first, you need to understand the total volume. And this is what you can monitor when you enable traffic monitoring. And you simply monitor switches and connections to the switches where there is the most busy connection taking the most part of your bandwidth. And this helps you understand, do you have sufficient resources for your switches? And do you have sufficient resources, sufficient connection quality between these parts of your network? And the second part of traffic monitoring, so first, bandwidth lets you understand the overall picture, but then you can monitor flows. And flows allow you to understand what type of services, what type of applications are taking what part of your traffic. And this, on one hand, helps you understand what your business, what your organization needs to perform its tasks, to achieve its goals. On the other hand, it can also help you verify what resources you should assign to various types of tasks. Do they have sufficient resources, sufficient volume of application to perform it, or it's too slow? You are getting errors, because then you quickly find out, okay, I need to act. I need to better manage my resources so that customers can communicate with us easily via some Zoom or maybe some webinars. And I need to provide good quality of connection between the sites, because my various teams need to communicate with each other, need to exchange data. And in this way, on one hand, you monitor for problems, for errors. On another hand, you plan for the optimized usage of resources. And if you need additional resources, you can also plan for purchasing or extending them in the future. And finally, you can verify if there is sufficient bandwidth for the business-related activities, and that bandwidth is not eaten up but by the non-business related activities. For example, sometimes, I know, there is some event happening, some football championships or some other events, and people are really anxious to learn what's going on, and they go to YouTube or try to stream some events. And you don't want this to negatively impact your business operations. And this is also the reason why you need to monitor traffic, to make sure you have sufficient bandwidth to support your business communication, to support your business tasks.